Good evening. I hope your day has been kind to you, and I am just glad that you've chosen to tune into the Health Horizon show, the first episode, and I am so excited to finally share this space with you. Yeah, so I'm Carol, that's my name, and I believe that health should never feel confusing, health should never feel boring, and health should never be out of reach. And I am a nurse, by the way, by profession, and I am a believer that health can be beautiful. I am a believer that health can be and should be beautiful. So this is not a woman's show. It is literally a show for everybody. It is for that young adult who is, navigating through wellness. It is for that parent who is, juggling through a million things. And it is also for someone or just anyone who is trying to make better health choices. This is your space, and I guarantee it is a safe space. And so my goal here is to simplify health talks. It is to break down all those jargons and those big medical terms that gets you scared. That is my goal in this show. And also my goal is to inspire you to live better, one episode at a time, every Thursday at 4 p.m. And I've seen many people struggle with preventable illnesses. I have seen people struggling with illnesses that they could have avoided. And this is not because these people were careless or they didn't care about their health, but it is simply because these people they didn't have someone who was there to explain things simply for them. So sometimes even in the hospital setups, you find that we find ourselves using these jargons and these medical terms because that is how we know them. And sometimes, and it's a mistake I think we make, is we tend to assume that everybody understands and we forget to come down to your level. But I got you. That is why I'm here, and my goal is to come down to your level, and I am not here to drag you into my level. I am here to to come down to your level and simplify it as possible as I can. Okay, so even as a nurse, I found myself at a point, or I've had seasons where I felt out of touch. I felt out of touch with my own health, and this does not mean that I was sick, but I was not okay either. And that is when I realized that this thing about health is not a hospital conversation. It is actually a lifestyle conversation. And sometimes, guys, it's not about being given a diagnosis by a doctor. Sometimes it's just your body just or simply asking for care. It is just your body simply asking for attention, or it is just your body crying for rest. Sometimes it's not something so complicated. It's just your body speaking to you. If only you can listen to it. So whether you've been googling symptoms at 12 a.m., you've been having sleepless nights because of a symptom, you've been trying to understand your body and all that, this show is for you. So in this show, we're going to talk about clear, relatable conversations and empowering conversations for everyone. And now, very nice. Now that you've set the tone for this space, let's now get into it. So today, we are diving into something so simple. We are diving into something that's often ignored, but it's something that your body craves for daily. It is something that your body needs. It is something that your body craves for, like on daily basis. But it's often ignored. It's something that it seems so simple. So sometimes we don't really take it seriously. And this episode is about to tell you how to know you are dehydrated without having to wait to feel thirsty. Okay? This is about the quiet and the early signs that will help you know that you are dehydrated even without having to wait to for that thirst to kick in. And so sometimes I know that we miss those signs. Sometimes we are busy with our schedules and we tend to forget about it. So how do you recognize early signs of dehydration before thirst kicks in? Because honestly, most people think about water when they feel thirsty. When you feel thirsty, that's when I'm supposed to hydrate. but that's always too late. Every time that you remember to hydrate because you're feeling thirsty, you're too behind, So to begin with, what's dehydration? In a layman's language, I would say that dehydration is where your body lacks or your body doesn't have enough water, to function properly. So today I want to teach you how to recognize the quiet and early signs of dehydration, or the signs that your body gives long before your body says, I need water. Okay? So number one sign, it is a quiet but is an early sign that you are dehydrated. Number one is dull skin and dry lips. This is where you find that the glow is gone. The lips are dry. No matter the brand and the gloss and the balm that you're using, your lips are telling a different story. This is where now your cells are dry. And even in the hospital setup, we don't really need to take a big history to know that someone is dehydrated. Your lips will always tell the story. Your skin will always tell the story. So hydration is actually the perfect foundation. Yeah, even for your lips, it is the perfect foundation. Lip balm, that gloss is just a decoration, So next time your lips feel dry, take a moment, sip, nourish and replenish from the inside out. Okay, so this is what happens every time you are dehydrated. The body starts pulling water from the non-essential areas, and the reason as to why the body does that is to protect the vital organs, like the heart and the lungs, and so your lips are not just dry, they are dehydrated from the inside out. So sometimes don't you be frustrated when this gloss is not working for you, when that balm is not working for you. Your lips need some nourishing from the inside out. Okay, the other quiet but early sign that you are dehydrated is less frequent urination and dark urine. Signs of dehydration sometimes is how often you go to the bathroom and what your urine looks like when you do. What happens when your body lacks water? Your kidneys tend to hold dearly to the little amount of water that you have, like a precious secret. They just want to retain because they don't have much. So that means that you're going to urinate less frequently, and when you do, you're going to urinate something that is so concentrated, something that is dark, something that is smelly. That means you're dehydrated. So ideally, your urine is supposed to be pale yellow in color. It's supposed to be like the color of lemonade. But if you find that your urine is of the color of an apple juice or even darker, that is a very clear sign that you are dehydrated. So next time you realize that it's been hours since your last bathroom break, or you notice dark urine, don't ignore it. That's your body talking, and it's saying, or it's asking for water, right? Yeah. Number 3, that I know it's going to bring some conflict, it's mood swings and irritability. Yeah, I know someone is like, so how does my mood have to do with water? Stay there. So when your body is low on water, it affects your brain's ability to function properly. That's why you find that even mild dehydration could cause or could alter with your focus, with your mood, with your energy levels. Okay, ladies, let's talk. Sometimes you wake up feeling fine. By midday, hapo hivyo, you're snapping at everything, literally everything. Is it the noise at work? Sometimes it's the smell of someone's food. You're just annoyed. Sometimes it's even the reflection of yourself, and you're just annoyed. It's that boss, it's that coworker, and you're thinking, why am I, why am I just so tired with everything? Or maybe it's that coworker who is not doing, maybe who is just a bother or a nuisance to you. And sometimes we, especially ladies, we blame hormones too much, and we overblame hormones, we overblame periods, and every time you feel like your mood is not okay, the only explanation that you can give, oh, don't worry, it's my hormones, don't worry, it's my hormones. But let me tell you something, hear me out, because sometimes, okay, not all times, it's dehydration. because this is what happens. When your body doesn't have enough water, when it doesn't have enough, the water in your brain drops, and that affects how your neurotransmitters, something like the serotonin and the dopamine. Okay, in a layman's language, serotonin and dopamine, these are chemicals that are responsible, or they are the hormones that regulate how we feel, how we think, and how we respond to the world around us. So before you blame your boss, okay, before I get there, so if your brain doesn't have enough, these chemicals will not flow as they should. Yeah, we understand that our brain, the things that make up the 75% of it is water. So you can imagine, if you're dehydrated, what happens to that brain. So what happens to you when you what happens to those chemicals that regulate how you feel and think and how you respond to the world around you? That is affected by dehydration. If you're not hydrated well, the water in your brain drops, and that affects how those neurotransmitters work. Yeah, so the next thing that will help you, it is also a quiet sign. By quiet, I mean it's not loud, so you might not think it's something that matters, but it's a sign. It is an early sign, and it is quiet. That is headaches and lightheadedness. Let us talk about that stubborn and dull headache. The kind of headache that just shows up. You haven't done much, but it just show up, Also, there are those moments, dizzy moments, that when you stand up too fast and you feel dizzy, and most of us reach for painkillers, or maybe assume that we are just tired. But honestly, sometimes it's just your brain. That is just thirsty. All you need is water sometimes. So this is to mean when the body is dehydrated or lacks water, your blood volume is going to drop, and that means that there will be less oxygen and few nutrients flowing to your brain. So at this point, you're more likely to feel dizzy, especially when you change position. Sometimes when you're getting out of bed and you feel like your head is just, sometimes when you're just seated and you stand up too fast, that feeling. It is your brain asking for water. So hydrate. That moment is just your body trying to balance, just trying to just strike some balance with the limited resources that you have offered it. And this is kind of it is kind of running an engine with few drops of oil. Can you paint that picture in your mind? That is exactly how the brain is when you are dehydrated. So next time this happens to you, don't you panic. Drink some water before anything else, and your brain will thank you. Okay? So don't just reach for pills, because healing sometimes starts with hydration. Number 5 quiet sign, and a quiet and an early sign that you are dehydrated, is fatigue. And this is the kind of fatigue that does not make sense. There's that fatigue that comes with burnout. You've been doing an intense task, you've been doing a lot, you're tired and all that. But I'm talking about the fatigue that doesn't make sense. Okay, me painting a picture to you right now. You went to bed on time. You didn't skip breakfast. You haven't done anything intense today. Actually, maybe you're off duty, or maybe you're not at work. So you didn't have something. You cannot say that you have done anything much, but you feel completely drained. No energy. You're just sitting and you're thinking, why am I so tired? I haven't done much today, but I am so tired. That right there is fatigue that doesn't make sense. And yes, dehydration could be the reason. So we said earlier that when you're dehydrated, the volume of your blood drops. Actually, when you're dehydrated and we take your blood pressure, it's always low. So we say you're hypotensive. So when you're dehydrated, the level of your blood volume drops. this is okay. When the level of oxygen, when the level of a blood volume drops, oxygen does not move efficiently, and your body starts slowing down, to conserve energy. Think of it like a phone that is running on low battery mode. What does it do? It dims, it slows down, and sometimes it cuts off the background apps. That is now how your body responds when it's low on water. Okay? So we have learned that hydration is not all about quenching dust. Hydration is about fueling every single cell of the body. It is about fueling every single cell of your body. So your cells are dry. When your cells are dry, your energy fades. No matter how sleep you've had and you're not hydrating, you'll still feel that something is off somewhere. So today we have learned that dust isn't the starting point. Dust is usually a warning sign. By the time you're feeling dusty, it is too late. By the time you're feeling dusty, you're behind. Okay? So we have learned that dust is not the only sign your body needs. It's not the only sign that you're going to get to know that your body needs water. It is from the dry lips to the dry skin, to the lightheadedness, to the the headache, to the dark urine and less frequent urination, the mood swings, the irritability, and all that. So your body is always talking to you. And hydration, actually I find hydration as one of the simplest but powerful ways, of taking care of yourself. So, dear viewer, if you take anything from today's episode, let it be this: don't wait to feel thirsty to drink water. Don't wait to feel thirsty to drink water. Also, don't wait to be drained to start caring. Don't wait to be drained to start caring. Okay? So, before I wrap up, let me answer a question. I know many of you are probably thinking, or it's a question that I've received from a number of people. And the question goes like, does coffee, soda, or even tea count as proper hydration? Someone could be asking themselves like, okay, so I'm supposed to take 8 glasses of water in a day. But today I took 7 glasses of coffee and 1 glass of water. Does that count as proper hydration? So the honest answer is not really. Why? You see, while these drinks contain water, and many of them, like coffee, energy drinks, sodas, many of them also act as diuretics. So what is a diuretic? Diuretic, it is a class of medication, and it is normally used for by patients who are battling hypertension, patients who are hypertensive. And the reason why they take diuretics is because they want to drain excess water from the tissues. Okay? So when we say that coffee is a diuretic, that tells you that some of that it is going to make you lose water. It is okay. Diuretics, they are substances that make your body produce more urine. So these patients who are on the diuretics, they tend to urinate frequently. So a diuretic is a substance that will make your body produce more urine. So if coffee will act as a diuretic, that definitely tells you that coffee and all those drinks, they tend to pull more water out of your body than they put in. Okay, somehow tea may be better, especially if it's caffeine free, But something I want you to understand is that nothing hydrates your body well. Nothing hydrates your body perfectly like plain water. So I know someone has had maybe 3 cups of coffee today and 1 glass of water. You're not hydrated. You have not hydrated because you have said that coffee acts as a diuretic. So even if you take 10 cups of coffee in a day, that is not proper hydration. The very best kind of hydration is the one that you hydrate with plain water. So don't be surprised if you've been taking sodas, energy drinks, and still you have this sense of dehydration. You have not been hydrating, my friend. You've been taking diuretics. That means that they have been pulling out water from your body that they have been putting in. I hope that's clear. So someone's head is pounding right now because they've been taking energy drinks, they've been taking coffee, but you have not taken water. So get that right. What hydrates your body perfectly is plain water. Number two question is why okay, it's a statement, yeah. Why how you drink water matters. This is a common misunderstanding that I want to clear up, and it's in the idea of drinking 8 glasses of water all at once is enough to keep you hydrated. You see, this thing about hydration, it is not about how much you drink. It is not about how much you take, by the way. It's how you drink it. It's how you take it. Okay? So, I know that you guys have this idea of, I know you're very familiar with it. You're supposed to take at least 8 glasses of water in a day. So someone wakes up at 4 a.m. or maybe at 5, and by 8 this person is supposed to be at work. And in their mind they know, I am supposed to take 8 glasses of water in a day. So they'll warm the 8 glasses, and by the time they're leaving the house, they have taken the 8 glasses of water. My friend, you're not hydrated, because what you realize is, when you take like a liter of water all at once, within some 5 minutes, you're rushing to the bathroom, and you're definitely going to pass that water through within a very short time. So drinking that water all at once is not as effective as it would be if you just sip that water gradually throughout the day. Actually, sipping water gradually throughout the day is far more effective than taking a liter at a go. Why? This is because your body does not have that capacity to absorb that water all at once. You will not take 2 liters and you expect that your body will absorb all of it. That is why you take 2 liters at a go, 1 liter at a go, and within some few minutes you're taking all of it out. You're rushing to the bathroom, and after like 6 hours, you're going to still pass that dark urine, because it does not mean that you're hydrated simply because you have taken because you have taken the 8 glasses. As long as you took them all at once, that is not helpful, because your body has you didn't give your body that time to absorb. And when you sip consistently, your body is able to take time. It has time to absorb and actually use that water for your skin, for your energy, for your brain, not forgetting about your digestion and everything. So this is to tell us that hydration is not a rush. It is not something that you just remember at midday and you're like, oh, today I've not hydrated. So you go for 2 liters of water and you just pump your body with it. That is not hydration. Hydration is not a rush. It is a rhythm. So sip with intention. I know we all have the goals. Every day you know, I'm supposed to do this today, this and that. It is a daily routine. So even taking 8 glasses of water is also a routine. But you have to sip it with intention, and don't just drink to tick that box that today I drank 8 glasses of water. No, sip it with intention. Sip with intention. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me on the Health Horizon Show. It's been the very first show of the Health Horizon Show, and I hope you walk away a little more aware and a lot more inspired. Until next time, stay hydrated and keep listening to your body. Keep listening to your body. Start early, start gently, and start today. So if you found this helpful, tap on the like button and share with someone you love.